Hello, everybody. Happy TVU Thursday. Welcome to one of the last episodes.
One of the last.
Okay, of season 6. Okay, of the Black Umbrella. Happy TVU Thursday. We're your hosts. I'm Frenchie.
I'm Nika.
And I'm Wes.
Yeah, we're here. And these are our last. This is episode, we got 3. We got 3 left. This is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
This one. Next week,
and then
the one after.
Halloween. Woo.
Woo woo. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it 4 more?
It's this one next week and Halloween.
Kiss our ass. We're almost out of here. But yeah, I'm excited. This has been a great season. Thanks to all the listeners and whatnot. But how are y'all feeling?
Relaxed. I feel very relaxed. I just got off vacation, so naturally I feel very relaxed right now.
Lovely.
I feel relaxed, but also exhausted at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel it. Well, ready to get the show started.
How are you, French fry?
Oh, I'm feeling good. French fry. I'm feeling good. I was doing a lot of moving and shaking today, and yeah.
You was moving and shaking all weekend, but you made it to every single day.
I sure did.
I was like, yo, you are the most dope person on the planet right now.
That's my shiny moment. You already know.
I know it is. All right. Let's get into this word of the day.
Let's do it.
And yes, she is a bitch. BICTH. And in that order.
Today's word of the day is vampire. Vampire, the reanimated body of a dead person believed to come back from the grave at night and suck the blood of persons asleep. One who lives by preying on others. So my question is, if you lived in a fantastical world and your lover was a vampire, would you let them change you so that you could be together for all of time? Or would you let them go on without you?
Listen,
oh no, change me, oh God.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Whenever I tell you,
change me.
Louis and Lestat have really added a layer on what it means to truly be in a relationship and change together. And it just feels like you go through every chapter of life with this person, but like in the different ways. Like it's like there's a chapter where you're meant to be together and like the years that you're supposed to grow old and be this together. But after that ends, it's almost like we keep evolving and growing into now we're different people and we don't even want to mess with each other anymore.
It's like a different century.
It's just
who I was in 2024 ain't who I am in the year 3000, bitch.
I feel like it's a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I would let my partner change me. I mean, ideally it's so romantic.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I wasn't meant to live an eternity of life. Like I feel like I'm here for a specific purpose and for a specific moment in time. I've never desired to be like the person who's like, I never want to die. Like, no, I'm like, we're going to get to the place where we need to be going at the end. So I feel like they would just have to be with me until I grew old and hopefully still find me attractive even while they still looking all fun and shit.
Hell yeah, because you're going to be getting all
I'm going to be getting old and they're going to be looking the same. People going to be asking questions like, oh, so your partner is looking great for his age.
It's going to be like Tuck Everlasting.
Right. So stick with me through it all until I'm out of here and then hopefully they can. I think it's better for the person, I think, to not change.
Really?
Only because I feel like you would really get a chance to reinvent life again and again and again and live in new places and spaces and ways versus being in the same continuous, like, I don't know if that makes any sense, but like, I feel like being with one person for forever would be like a continuous loop versus knowing like, I got with this person whenever they were 22 and now they are 85 and they're dead and we had our beautiful chapter and now I'm going to move to, wherever or do it and like start a new chapter with someone else. and hopefully find love again in a new space and place and get to live out what that life would look like and be in that space for however many years, and then moving to the next, just so that you feel like you're living lifetimes.
That's cute.
Okay. That was way too.
I was gonna say you got very like philosophical with it. You was getting deep.
Like, why was I deep?
You were really getting very impassioned.
I felt that in your chest cavity.
Like, who knew this question would change me?
I say change me, and it has nothing to do with romance. It all has to do with the fact that I'm so terrified of death. It is probably the only thing. I'm not the only. I just thought about what I'm really scared of.
Why the sudden change?
People on stilts. Woo!
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Terrifying.
Oh my god.
But death is right up there. And I'm just very scared of it because you don't know how it's gonna come. We all hope for a nice little peaceful, I'm in my sleep, but it could be horrible, when you, and I listen to a lot of like murder podcasts, and like you hear the way these people go, and it's terrible. Awful, it's terrible, and it's like that could be you. Yes. Like it could be you, and we pray that it's not, but that happens to people, and I'm just like, Lord, like I just don't want that to be my way. Like we don't get to choose how we leave, so that's why I would say, give me forever.
Right.
Let me be young, hot, with a big juicy booty, forever.
Mm-hmm. But you could also live your lifetimes in your forever too. Oh, how amazing could that be?
Exactly. Yeah, like.
So I guess there's a.
For me, it doesn't have to do with romance. We can do our thing while we do our thing, but we know we're living forever. We're not gonna be like
together forever.
Together forever. We're not gonna be like the one couple on Twilight. Mm-hmm. Who are obsessed with each other, and they got married like every 10 years or some shit like that. We might not be like that, so it's more of a just escaping death.
Okay.
Escapism.
Yeah.
I would want to be changed, and it wouldn't be for romantic reasons either. It would be for all the things that I could do.
Oh, like what?
Like in different vampire worlds.
What you say?
People?
I know I've been changed. You're like, Jesus, this has a whole new meaning.
No, like being able to maybe read people's minds, because not every vampire can. Or
I cannot do that. I will drive myself bonkers if I could. Do you know how?
If I can control it, it won't drive me bonkers.
I wouldn't be an upstanding citizen. If I could read people's minds, I would not. I would be terrible.
A menace to society.
If I could read people's minds.
You said what? You thought what?
Yeah, I heard what the fuck you was thinking, bitch.
The bitch in aisle 4. I saw you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I would do it for that, and to like control certain things. Like if I couldn't get into a concert or something, and I'm like, we're about to make this security guard let me in backstage because I can. For fun things, I would mostly use my power for fun things. Like if the lady at the store is like, this is the last thing on the rack, but it's reserved for somebody else, I'm about to
actually, it's yours.
Okay. All right. I think that's a very interesting text. I think we all have different interesting takes. I don't want to be changed. You want to be changed because you want to look young and juicy booty forever, and you want the powers.
I want to have fun.
So, okay, that's balance. That's balance there.
Yeah. Hey. Let's get into For the Birds. Yeah, my little birdies. Let's get into For the Birds. It's the part of the show where I look at Twitter, I see what's going on, what's popping, what's going down, and we talk about it. So, the first thing that I have for the birds today is all about cancelable food takes. Okay? I saw this tweet floating around, and they said, we're canceling each other over food takes today. So, what is your cancelable food take? Someone said mayonnaise goes with everything.
No.
There are people
what
saying That's what I want to know.
That's leading you straight to the next serial killer.
Okay.
I mean, these police are the police on their job, or is the force on their job?
Okay, let me tell you. The person who said that, they actually added Hellman's mayonnaise, and they said, "Love you," and they responded and said, "We agree, bestie." Some people are on here saying candy corn is good, which we talked about candy corn a few episodes ago, and Joanna also, another one of our friends,
loves candy corn. Craziness.
Yeah. Not only does she, but she said her family is a candy corn loving.
Is it in the genetics? Is it genetically passed down?
It might be. Someone also said, which this one got me mad. They said seafood is the worst food. They said it all tastes like dirty water in the bottom of the fish tank, and it smells even worse.
You haven't tried everything.
You haven't tried, baby. If you have your good lemon garlic scallop, it might change your life.
It might change.
Have you that dippings of the butter with the shrimp and the lobster, and then you get the crab leg?
Yeah.
Please. You don't know what this life is about. Okay, grow up. Unless you're allergic to shellfish.
Then
maybe
I
just cap
understand.
it.
Yeah,
you're right.
True.
Mm-hmm.
So what is y'all's cancelable food take, or just it doesn't necessarily have to be cancelable, but
fuck the sauce.
what you mean fuck the sauce?
Fuck
he
the
doesn't like
sauce.
sauces.
Like on a sandwich?
I don't need. If
Like
you giving me
sauce.
a hot dog, I don't need any mayo, mustard, ketchup, relish, none of that shit. Just give me the dog in a bun.
Ooh.
If you're giving me a burger, all I need is the lettuce for the crunch, the patty, and the cheese. I don't want your pickle, mayonnaise, I don't need any of that shit. Just give me the foundation. I don't need anything else trying to slide up in
Just
that thing.
climbing down your
You
throat.
are
Please
strict.
give me the foundation. Whenever I go to the Subway, get the Italian BMT with all the meats and cheeses and the bell pepper. Don't put.
Just dry.
Yes.
Oh God.
Oh, well, hold on now. No. Do a drizzle of olive oil,
Okay.
salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. Yeah. Drizzle that oil.
That's it.
Salt and pepper.
That's all I need. That sounds like I'm hilarious.
Yeah. And the salt and in the
Little salt and
cavity.
pepper and
in the
move it.
cavity.
Put a little thyme.
And butter.
Carrot, celery,
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. So yes, that's my cancelable food take is fuck the sauces.
Fuck the sauce. Here for the oil. Fuck
And
the
also
sauce.
ketchup belongs on fries and only fries. Do not put it on anything else but a fry. And you think I'm playing? You think I'm playing?
Oh, you getting serious.
You can't put it on a breakfast potato. You cannot put it on a tater tot. You cannot put it on a roasted potato.
Okay.
It literally was made for a fry.
I agree with a few of those, he said.
It was only made for a fry, not a hash brown, not a nothing but a fry. Sorry.
Okay, that's you.
Yeah.
What about you, Nika?
Sour cream.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
on my burrito.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be an option. It shouldn't just be there. I should be able to choose if I want it or not. It shouldn't automatically be on my burrito.
You should have to build that on.
No, I should be able to build that on, because why is it already there? Why is it already on the carne asada fries, right? And then I can't take it off. It doesn't give you that option to take it off when you're ordering it from the DoorDashes or whatever.
Ooh.
They don't give you the option to take it off.
Ooh.
Now to put something on, they give you options to put something on, like you want grilled onions, you want extra meat, you want extra cheese,
But not to take
but
off.
not to take off that white substance.
Not even to put the sour on the side.
No, they don't even let you do that. It's already there. They're
See.
like, this is what you're getting.
When
That's
places do
disrespectful.
when places do that make me not even order. I'd be like, I'm going to go to this place, so let me take it off.
No,
When places
literally,
do
I'm
that, I
going
call 'em.
somewhere else. I can't
you take
do
this
it.
off?
I
Take it
I
off.
call them. I usually say, "Hey, I don't see a modification. Is it okay if I do it over the phone?" They're like, "Yeah." They usually tell me yes.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they won't have it together with that DoorDash shit, man.
They really don't.
They really don't. Yeah.
Nothing against them or DoorDash. It's just sometimes the shit don't be
it's not
together.
together.
They trying to figure it out like we trying to figure it out.
Right.
Facts. Mine is gonna be the one I always stand by. Bacon is trash.
Oh, so good.
It's always been trash since its inception.
My God. Fucking divine.
And they have the nerve to try to make a turkey variation. That's somehow
that floppy.
even worse.
That
I don't even
floppy
know how
shit.
we was already at bad, and then we just went from
Yeah, that's
bad to worse.
That's bad.
I'm agree with you on the turkey bacon.
I'm just not here for bacon. And I feel like we have to stop forcing bacon on every damn thing. It's on the fries. It's on the burger.
Oh.
It's on the wraps. It's on the sandwiches. I always, no bacon, please. No bacon. No bacon. No bacon. Get that fucking bacon out of here.
Oh,
I
shit.
don't want it. It's nasty. Get it out of here.
I hope at every restaurant you go to where you make the modification of no bacon, they tell you turn around and walk out. Good day. Good day, ma'am.
I wish they would.
Good day, ma'am, because the bacon stays. The bacon stays and no you.
Not the bacon
And no
stays.
You gotta go.
The bacon stays is wild.
It does.
No.
Oh, I had a great piece of lovely candy bacon, brown sugar maple pecans on
Yeah.
my
Yuck. And then something else I don't like on the bacon. Gross. Maple. Also, that's another thing. Disgusting. Nasty. Hell no.
You gave her more fuel.
Hate it.
Oh, God, put out the fire. Put out the fire. Come on. What?
No, can't do it. Mm-mm.
No can do.
No, can't do.
I can't go for that. No.
Next thing I have for the birds, back in my day. Right. We always hear that from like parents or grandparents or something like that. They always want to tell you about back in their day,
Of
what
course.
used to be popping.
Of course.
And there's a little trend that's going on Twitter right now where the people are giving little like back in my day kind of talks that they're going to give their grandchildren or whatever someday. And one of them, someone said it was called MapQuest. And we had to print the pages with the directions to go places before we left the house. And just many different things that people have brought up using this little trend. So I want to know, what is something that you guys are excited to tell your little grandpeeps later in life? A little back in my day story. I feel like depending on how things go, you might even be able to be like, back in my day, there were these things called malls. And there are these things called malls.
I don't know what my back in my day story would be. It might be I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be something where the whole entire like playing outside and like all that is like extinct. So I really want to be like, back in my day, like every kid on the block who lived in a house was outside at the same time for hours until the sun went down and we had to go back inside the house.
Frolicking.
Like literally every single kid was outside every day. Like, like it wasn't like for your friend's birthday party or for this, for that. This was just something that we all did. That's how we hung out every day. Like there was no FaceTime or no like. Yeah, it was just come. That's the only way you're gonna see us. So yeah, I think that would be a pretty cool story. I'd be like, wow, everybody on the block.
Everybody on the block.
Why did I do my kid's voice like that? I'm a little nerd.
Oh my god!
Be like, yes, everyone on the block.
Everybody.
You would come outside, we would just play for hours.
What about you, Nika?
Back in my day, we had to make sure we had a ride because there was no Uber,
Okay.
no Lyft. So if you got to the mall, you better find your way back home.
Yeah, you did.
Because your mom probably, or whoever your guardian was, probably was like, I'm going to bring you here, but you need to find your way back.
Find your way back. Okay.
Right. Okay, I got
With
it.
my MapQuest directions to get back home.
Print it out.
Oh my gosh. Mine would be, I would tell them, back in my day, there was no such thing as streaming services. And you had to burn CDs and rip. You had to burn and rip CDs. And we used to make our own mixtapes with our favorite songs on them. So we could have a little, it's like a playlist before we knew a playlist is what it is today.
And pop it in the CD player.
Back in my day, we used to get viruses from LimeWire and BearShare.
Did. All those other little MP3 Music Me 3.2 websites.
Yes.
Yep. You think you downloaded your song, you hit play, and it's totally not the song. You gotta go find another one.
Or the DJ that mixed the song to make it
Right. Crazy beats.
No, literally. And then the song would come on.
And you're like, what?
Like, fuck.
What a time. Oh, people don't
what?
know. People don't know about going to Best Buy and getting like a set of 20
yes,
blank CD-ROMs. Okay.
Oh, yes.
CD-ROMs.
CD-ROMs.
People don't know.
They don't know. They don't know about going the day an album drops and running to the store after school.
Oh yeah, being in line for an album.
Yes, that was a time.
That was a time. Last thing that I have for the birds. Do y'all know Darius CROOKS?
Kind of.
He's a
Hater. That's what he is. He's a
hold on.
fucking hater.
What does he do?
He is an Instagram chef person.
Oh yes. Okay, I know
The
who
one
you're
who
talking
talks at the side of his mouth. Like,
Yes.
Okay, yes. Now let's keep in mind, I did not know this man until this scandal happened, so
Oh, okay.
I don't know who it was before then.
Exactly. There we go.
So that's how I found out who he was.
So, Darius CROOKS. Well, his name is actually Darius Cooks, I believe, but he's a crook, so everybody calls him Darius Crooks. Okay. He's a crook because he sells recipe books and different types of little items like that, and people don't be getting them. People never got them, or if they did get them, the recipes were nasty.
Sales and no products.
When they pull up to exactly when they pull up to an event where he's supposed to be chefing it up for the people, the food's nasty. Crook, a crook.
Wow,
A crook.
I'd be mad.
He's one of the people who is in charge of what was it? In charge of Bridgerton Day. Gotta be.
I wouldn't
Who's
put it
uncle
past
in
him.
the Uncle and Me?
I would love to know. It might be Darius CROOKS. Okay, let me
Just
tell
saying,
y'all.
Could be.
We might have sold the cold case.
We might.
Just right now, y'all.
We might have.
The case ain't cold. It's some hot ass, fresh ass case, but still, damn it.
Let me tell y'all what Darius CROOKS is up to these days. Okay. So, if you don't know Tabitha Brown, okay,
Auntie Tab.
we love Auntie Tab here. She, vegan based, I wouldn't call her a chef, but I mean, she creates all these lovely recipes and things like that. And, just a wonderful, beautiful spirit. And so, she signed a deal with Target where basically they're selling her product and distributing her product, and it started with just like some utensils, like a spatula, a cutting board, things like that. Then it kind of grew a little bit more, okay, we got a cookbook, and now we actually have some dips and some spreads and some frozen foods or whatever kind of things going on. And then it grew some more to, okay, now we got the hair care popping and all that kind of stuff. And then Target said,
Now we got beach chairs and shit. I mean, Tabitha is
evolving.
basically
Yes.
getting her own section in the store in a bit.
Yes.
I just know it.
we have fully evolved, okay, the Tabitha Brown brand via Target. And so Target tapped Tabitha on the shoulder and said, hey, girl, I know we were only supposed to do this for, a limited amount of time, but your brand is doing so well in our stores and the people love your product. What do you think about being a permanent fixture and feature of the Target brand?
Absolutely.
And she said, oh, hell yes. And so they inked that deal. So now Tabitha Brown is permanently a part of the Target family. Her shit will always be in Target until they say so. Okay.
Beautiful.
And so Darius Crooks got on his phone in his car in somebody's parking lot.
Yes,
went live and decided to talk shit about Tabitha Brown, going on and on and on about how, I would never sign my name to Target. I would never sign my name on no deal like that. Does she know that she could have had, I think he was like, putting I'm just going to hypothetical this is what he was saying. But basically, he was like, well, if she had 300,000 followers, she could have gotten 200,000 of them to, buy her product. And then she could have had all the money that she's going to gain from that independently. And all the money would have went straight to her. And she could have been a millionaire and all these kinds of things, just running down what Tab should have did with her money, what she should have done with her deal. What you doing? What are you doing? What you got? Except bad reputation all around the internet and all around the real world as well. You don't got nothing going on for you to be speaking on what Tabitha should and should not be doing with her money and her brand and her name. You want her to independently make. Did y'all hear me say all the different shit that her line has spread into? It's hair care, it's food, it's utensils, it's damn near bedding at this point. I mean, she's in every corner of Target basically right now. And you want her to independently do that? You want her to get a warehouse, employ the workers, buy the material to make all the food and all the products and everything, get people to create those things, ship it. You want her to ship it in the mail and then you want her to do all that?
Right.
No, they said Tabitha Brown is enough. That's all we need.
Right.
All she needs to do is show up to a meeting or two looking cute and say, I like this sketch, don't like that sketch. I was thinking of this product we can add. Sound good? Okay, cool. And then she gets to leave. Right. Target handles the rest.
Right.
They handle the customer service. They handle the product distribution. I mean, they got over 1,000 stores. They hand her check. They hand her that check.
Period.
And she gets to be profitable and successful from it, as does Target. And you hating from the parking lot.
Well, I just think it's really interesting that he had the awareness, which is, sometimes it's really hard for folks to have the self-awareness for things, especially whenever it comes to like things they would never do.
Right.
Because you never will.
Because you never will.
You won't amass.
And that's the beauty of it. You literally never will. So
you can't reach
you
those
could
heights.
never. So you're correct. Like you would never sign a Target because you never could.
You could never.
And you will never be able to. So I think you're very self-aware in knowing that you will never.
Right.
However, telling someone who's this successful how to run their business whenever we're looking at your business in the squalor and state of where it is, it's quite telling.
Yeah, you might want to be quiet.
Clamp that tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And Tabitha, of course, caught wind of this, and she made a delightful, you know how she gonna do, clap back.
Always.
Hello
Classy.
there. Hello there.
Hello, my good people.
And she basically said when people, I'm gonna sum it up. She said when people don't got shit, they gonna hit on you having shit, is basically what she said. She said, and then people ain't ever gonna get shit because they too busy hating on you. And so there you have it. Don't be a hater.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be a hater.
It's so easy to not be too.
It is. Mind your business and just like do better for yourself and be happy for others when they doing better for themselves. That's all you got to do.
Do your own thing.
That's it. And that's all I got for the birds.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's get into our pay of dust and our shining moment. Our pay of dust is something that had us messed up, upset, and fucked up from the week that we want to dust off of our shoulders. And our shining moment is something that brought us joy and happiness from the week, something that we want to shine a light on.
I feel like my pay of dust is don't have one.
Love that.
Don't have one.
Beautiful.
I think we're pretty good there. And I feel like my shining moment is going to be the same as Nika's.
Oh,
so
Okay.
we can just
we'll
talk
jump in
about
together.
that. Yes. Well, do you want to give your pay of dust first? That way we can just kind of jump into
my pay of dust is being back here.
Okay.
Oh.
Like
okay, period.
By here I mean like not on vacation.
Yeah.
That's my pay of dust. Like as soon as we had to pack up and be like, what time's the flight and when are we leaving? I was like, this is ghetto. Let's just tell everybody else that's not here to come here.
Yeah.
Like, get Frenchie on the line. Get her.
Portland. Bring that ass to Portland.
Get everybody over here. Yeah, my shining moment. Portland.
Yeah.
Portland did us good.
It did us good. It fed us well. Fed us very well.
Fed us West more than others. Because
I feel like
Called you out, huh?
Call me out.
no,
Okay.
this is a good thing.
Call me like a name in class.
Present.
My goodness.
No, this is a good thing because Wes loves to eat and Wes loves good food. So I'm happy that he got to have a plethora of good eating.
I too.
Because I was like, I wish I could eat again, but I can't.
People couldn't eat again. And I did not understand
couldn't.
that because I was like,
I'm
baby,
sure you did it.
I have eaten and they were looking at me like, and I was like, we're experiencing. I travel through food. Like I can't just go somewhere. That's how my experience is heightened.
Yes.
It can make or break it. I travel through food. I have to have a little something where I go.
Yeah.
If there's a something to have, I'm gonna have it. You saw how much we ate in Santa Barbara?
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course.
Endless, but it's because you have to have a little something because
you here. I'm here.
You're
right?
here. So we were over there
so true.
having, okay, let's have a little bit of ice cream. Let's have a little bit of a little cookie from the little bakery. Let's get some wine over here. Let's get some of this. We were
just going at it.
So yeah, similar to that.
I loved it.
Definitely guided my experience. One of my favorite places now in Portland, favorite bakery, Petunia's.
Yes.
Is one of the best bakeries ever.
Yeah, that sugar cookie ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you're in Portland, near Portland, you go ahead and you go to Petunia's. We love Petunia's. Okay.
Get your ass in there.
And I would also say, trying to like just two highlights. And I want to talk about the whole entire trip. Maybe like two highlights from the trip. One of mine, we'll do one each.
Okay.
I would say my highlight would probably be. I think that the last day was bittersweet, but we did a lot.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I think that we did a lot in that last day. I think that we grabbed some breakfast from Screen Door, great place out there as well. And from there, we just we spent a lot of time together because we had a lot of time to spend.
Yeah.
So we were walking around, going to different souvenir shops, getting different things, walking in Sydney, seeing Sydney's place for the first time.
Beautiful place. Gorgeous place. Wow.
We fought off a wasp.
Yes, and conquered.
Her name is Sharon.
Oh
we won.
My gosh.
It was a beautiful last day. So like I enjoyed those last moments.
Yes.
I think that's like that's like a highlight for me. There were so many, but that's like one.
I would say my highlight is our day before our last day when we were with Jordan and Miriam at their place, because first we had brunch with them and you had a good plate of food.
Every plate was empty. Sorry.
Every single plate clean.
Did not let us
So good.
go back to the kitchen. Okay.
Oh, it was so good.
Except for radishes.
Oh yeah, that was the only thing left on your
that.
plate. Little slices of radish. That was the only thing left. Everything else was gone.
Yeah.
Gross.
I can't do that.
Yeah, that was the only thing. Everybody else eating it up. And our day that day went different than what we thought was gonna be, because we were like, we'll go back to the hotel, play some games because they have games downstairs, but we ended up going back to Jordan and Miriam's place and staying there and playing games there and drinking and having a good time. It was great.
It was.
Yeah.
It was really great.
I love Portland,
man.
You really do. You love your Portland.
Yeah.
It's gotta be a yearly thing.
It has to. I'm going again next year.
I'm like, you're basically going every year now since you've gone the first time.
It needs to happen every single year.
It has to happen. And during the fall this time, because last time we went in February, it was so beautiful.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
It was gorgeous.
Is that when I went? No.
I think you went in winter, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
I remember.
So I'm like, it could have been February that I went. Possible. But yeah, my pay at dust is gonna be the man who tried to give me road rage the other day and didn't have no cool shit to say when he finally pulled up on the side of me. It wasn't even the road rage. Honestly, I didn't care that he was trying to honk his horn at me.
Right.
I started honking my horn back at him going crazy. So what pissed me off.
I'm crying. Because I can see it.
I can see this shit happening.
I'm not even mad at this point.
Yeah.
But it's when we got up to that red light and he pulled up on the side of me and rolled down his window. So I'm like, oh, you want to go? Okay. Rolled down my window. I'm like, what? Who gave you a license? Loser. Are you serious?
Do better.
Boo. Is that all you had? Loser.
No,
who gave you a license?
Where's your gumption?
Oh, say something cool next time.
Please do.
You want to act like an asshole on the road?
Be an asshole.
Be an asshole. Okay, you need to commit.
Stand on it.
You should have worked on your speech before you came rolling up on the side of me, because that was whack. That was weak. Made me mad. But my shining moment is going to be the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week I had with Solange.
And me
yes.
With Solange, honey. So if you don't know, Solange this week put on the El Dorado Ballroom at the Walt Disney Concert Hall, downtown Los Angeles. Okay. Night one was on Thursday night, and I went with my mom, my sister, my aunt, and it was a night of classical music. And it was lovely. It was such a nice night. It was great. The music was awesome. And then one of the pieces that Solange composed was like this piece with two tubas, like facing each other and kind of like repetition and like mirroring each other's sounds. It was like so cool. And there was this soprano that came out and sang, but I cannot think of her name right now. Forgive me. But she was amazing, singing like opera. It was great. And then Saturday night, I went, just me and my sister. We were like basically front row, and I learned of a new artist called Liv. Dope. She was fire. I was like, okay, I gotta get into her stuff. I gotta see what she got going on over there. She was dope. And then after that, I got to watch J Davy, the J Davy. I got to see J Davy reunite on stage. They haven't been together since 2017. Okay. And I got to see them reunite on stage right in front of me. And then like 10 minutes into they said, I think we need somebody to come out here and help us with some stuff. And then Thundercat came out. And then Thundercat came out.
Beautiful.
And he played with them for the whole rest of their set. It was so freaking dope. You know, I was like, I already knew I was going to see J Davy tonight. Yeah. And then to have Thundercat come out and do a freaking solo like right in front of me was like, wow. This is great. And then last minute I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go on Sunday. I want some Jesus. Okay.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
I didn't mention, but night 2. Oh, I also left off a big part of night 2 as well. So night 2 was like funk, rock, jazz. That was like the theme. And the last act to go on was Bilal. Bilal, what the hell? What was you doing? What was that? Why did you upset the entire theater full of people? what was that all about? What was that all about? And then he gonna post like the next day, I believe it was, on his social media talking about, I didn't have any time to rehearse. I didn't have any rehearsal. It sounded like it. It was horrible. It was horrible. Like,
damn.
literally, he pulled up. First of all, it was 3 guys on the stage playing like various instruments or whatever. They went on for like 20-ish minutes, and it was like, okay, but like y'all are all playing like on 3 different planets right now. I'm not understanding, you know. But it was kind of, the night also was kind of like experimentation, you know what I mean? So I was trying to go with it, right? And then Bilal comes out and he literally hummed for like the first 7 minutes, 10 minutes. Hums, okay? Then he screams and yells for the rest of the performance. When I tell you, the people, we were in there being held hostage. It really felt like a hostage situation. Like, we were being held by Bilal. And you could tell the people were trying to not leave, like, out of respect. Right. You know what I'm saying? But then eventually people were like, I can't do this. I'm over it. And people started leaving in droves.
Damn.
Droves?
Dipping.
Droves?
Droves.
You didn't tell me that part.
Yeah, I didn't.
Droves?
Droves. People started leaving. Dipping. Bye. Like, it was horrible. Because it was such a great night. And then that happened. And it was like, huh? I don't know what that was at all. But then I went on Sunday, and Sunday was all about gospel, okay? And the GWMA, women's choir came through, the original choir came through and sang their hits. Oh my gosh. Order My Steps. Jesus. Called Order My Steps, that sat on top of the Billboard gospel charts for 94 consecutive weeks. That's 2 years, basically.
It's a great song.
Imagine a song sitting on top of a chart for that long. But anyway, they were amazing. Moses Sumney also came out, and he had a part where he sang, and that was great. There was this organist, Dominique Johnson, who killed the organs. It was just such a great night. And I mean, that room, it lit up. It was on fire. People were out their seats shouting, praising.
I know it.
Hallelujah. Amen. Okay. It was great. And I received it. I was in tears. Okay. Something about gospel music. It's just good.
It's just great.
It gets up in your bones, and then you be like, God is good. You start crying. Like,
it makes you feel wonderful.
Yeah.
You gotta love gospel.
You do. So that is my shining moment. Wow, Solange, you did your big one. Oh, and also, I mean, I was sitting right next to Beyonce and Jay-Z and Mama Tina all weekend, so that was cool as well.
Just in space with people.
Yeah,
greatness.
It was dope. Hey everybody, we wanted to take a quick break right here just to tell you to stay connected with us. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and everywhere else at TVU Podcast. You can send us an email, ablackUmbrellaPC@gmail.com. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple or wherever else, make sure that you follow us and leave us a review. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe, give us a like, and leave a comment. And also, don't forget, we have the TBU Season 6 playlist available on Spotify and Apple.
Well, shall we get into Gust to Win?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. The was not necessary.
I was trying to feel his face.
Welcome, y'all. This is the Gust to Win segment. I am your host, Wes, and today we're talking about new music and pop culture. Actually, just new music today. Just a lot of new music. And then we're going to slide to the under umbrella after. You already know how it goes.
Yeah.
Anyway, first song. We talked about these young ladies, amazing songstresses, not too long ago. And the Amours are back with the game.
Yes.
My. I mean, whenever I tell you sisters who sing, Nothing can break that sibling harmony. That's a good slice like butter.
Okay, so they are sisters.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is good. I like this.
Slice like butter. How'd you feel, Nika?
It was a great song. They're always in tandem with each other, with their voices.
They make sense.
Yes.
They do.
And I love how they sound when they harmonize. I think that's the best part. It's like being like, wow, watching y'all float over each other is truly amazing. So if y'all are not familiar, go look up the Amours, and then also listen to the game. New song, okay?
Yeah.
Next, we have Nao, Wildflowers.
Loved this.
That's right. Nao's coming out. She's got a whole new project coming out too.
Yeah.
And hitting her with Wildflowers. I think Wildflowers was a nice ease into it. What do you think, Nika?
Yes, I think it was nice. It was a nice like comeback song because she's been like out for now, you know.
Yeah.
Had her baby. Now she's back. Living life. Yes. So this was a good song to come back and ease people into easy on the ears.
I agree. What about you, Frenchie?
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. I feel like this is a great way to come back and still kind of keep that sound that's like true to her. So it's like, you haven't heard me in a long time, but I still am the same. You know, like my voice is still the same. I'm not really changing anything. You know, the content might just be a little bit different.
A little bit different.
Yeah.
Musically, it's a little bit of a different direction, but
yeah,
in a freeing way.
Definitely. You know?
I think if you're listening to this now is a lot more freeing than like other projects, which I think is pretty dope. We're going into a new soundscape with Nao, and it's very important because I feel like whenever you marry someone to like a specific sound, and you know them for that, it could be kind of hard to ease people out of it. But I think she's doing it pretty well.
Yeah,
It's the perfect little bridge.
Yes. So congrats. Next song, EARTHGANG and Spillage Village, Love You More, featuring T-Pain.
It was okay.
Oh,
that's how I felt. It was cool.
Hey. Hey, y'all. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, Nika, what'd you think?
It was a chill song. I am still enjoying that T-Pain has opened his DMs since discovering them. Cause
remember whenever he didn't know where they were?
Yeah, because he didn't know where they were. He's like, and everybody was like, "I messaged you about this project. I messaged you about this project."
Yes,
I'm glad he is out here. You know,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's nice to see him.
I think it's interesting that you was described it as chill because I thought it was the antithesis of chill. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, I thought it was a cute little bop. It was a bop. I didn't have a problem with it. Do I think I would go back to it? Probably not. Hey,
that's Usher for you.
Come back. You see how he just was split up in here like that? All right. Next, October London.
Okay, can we talk about this?
Can we? Can we speak on it? Because whatever the first song came on, and then the second song came on, and then the third song came on,
right? Then the fourth one,
and I was
then
like,
the fifth, and the sixth, and the seventh, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th song.
Oh, then gay.
My thing with this, although there are songs on here that I did enjoy, and I thought the project was, overall, I thought it was pretty cool. But what I left this project feeling was, what does October London sound like? I know what Marvin Gaye sounds like.
Well, we know what October London. Don't we know what he sound like?
But see, I've never heard a full project of his before.
Oh, okay.
I only first heard of him when he did the Soul Train Awards like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That was my first time hearing him. So I really have not heard him outside of like a single or two.
No, he's been out forever, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Been, right?
I think so.
He's been out forever, I think. I can't remember, but it feels like he's been around for a long... No, I guess not. No, I'm seeing singles EPs 2021.
Okay, it's not too.
So maybe not long.
Yeah.
I thought he was out for long. Oh no, 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, October
So,
London.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's been putting out
2017.
music.
Okay, yeah, he has for a minute now.
But I listened to this and I was like, I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone along this journey said, oh my God, you got the spirit of Marvin Gaye up in you, boy. And you ran with it. But what do you sound like? Like, I really hated that about this project, because every song, it's like you're trying to sound like Marvin Gaye. And like, I just want to hear what you sound like.
Did you look at his other projects?
Lord.
So whenever I listen to this project, the first thing, obviously, once the first song came on, I was like, Marvin,
yeah,
is that you? And it wasn't. It was October London. But I did do my due diligence, and I said, okay, well, let me go look at the past. And then I said, oh, in 2013, he actually did a rebirth of Marvin Gaye album.
You see?
I mean, I'm sorry, in 2023. He did a rebirth of Marvin Gaye. So that was just last year. So I feel like maybe if
it's
that
still there.
He's still living in the birth.
Well, if you already did the rebirth of Marvin, why did you birth him again on this album?
This is 2024's Marvin.
No. No.
And we're going to probably have 2025's Marvin.
Especially because you are October London and you named this project October Nights. I'm thinking we finna hear what you sound like. And you gave us more regurgitation of Marvin Gaye. I really did not enjoy that.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you feel, Nika?
I guess it would be good if this is what we know him to sound like like his voice.
I agree. But know
because we know that
how he sounds.
Yeah,
it was very interesting for me to turn this on and be like, "This is October London."
No,
because I remember
it's like something different. Like
it's not this.
It's not. Yeah. So, and then, like you said, for it to be basically practically named after him, kind of like you're thinking we're getting you. This is you. This is your vibe. This is what you're doing. This is what. But you're like in another man's discography. And I want him to take a step back and what is that crazy?
I'm listening.
Nika said, "I want him to take a step."
No, I want him to take a step back.
She's holding no bars
about
today.
No, I just want him to think about who he is as an artist and what does his sound like. What is it supposed to be? What is you? Like take away all the oldie sounding sounds.
Yes.
And find something. I don't know, maybe he needs to do what a lot of other artists are doing and do some experimentation and just vibe out with different sounds and find something that's not the same as somebody else's something.
I feel like he's trying to do this thing where he wants to bring the sound back.
But in your own way.
But like for instance, Money Long does it, but in her own way.
In her own way.
Like we know that Money Long's gonna get.
Yes.
Well,
Well, I mean, the last one was very much so copying sounds, but he wasn't trying to sound like someone else.
Right.
Just repeating those
sounds,
musical sounds.
You need to make the decision for yourself on if you want to listen to this project or not. October 9th. But October London.
There were some songs I liked.
I definitely have songs that I enjoyed from this project. I cannot sit up here and lie to you and tell you that I did not enjoy some songs. I have them saved.
Yeah.
Let me see which ones were the ones that I liked. So, because we got to end this on October nights, okay? Because it's an October night. And
it is an October night.
A lot going on. A lot of parallels. I like Slander My Name. I like Don't Go. I like Don't Waste Your Time. That was 3 songs out of the 16. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we did that. Tyrese.
I liked Bedroom Bully.
Yeah, Tyrese did good. Well, October nights. Go listen.
Yeah.
Go listen and let us know how you feel.
Yeah.
Next, we have Carter Faith, The Aftermath. I enjoyed this. Carter's got some talent. Carter Faith is a country artist.
Yes.
And she's a blonde bombshell, and she's singing about country shit.
Yeah.
And I'm into it. Storytelling. I love storytelling.
Yes.
So
I really enjoyed this. Carter Faith, you go. I think my favorite on here, I have two. All Right and Strong Stuff.
oh, strong stuff.
Strong Stuff.
Strong
She said,
Stuff.
huh. He ain't used to the watered down shit.
Uh-huh.
You want that top shelf.
You want
You
the
want
strong,
me.
the strong stuff.
You want that strong stuff.
Absolutely. Ain't no bottom shelf.
Basically what she said.
Samara Joy portrait. There's nothing bad about this project. It's literally the most perfect project that you could ever think of, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's the best that I can give you.
Yeah.
It's the most perfect project. There's nothing.
Her voice has somehow
Gotten better.
It's grown. What? It has grown.
It's ridiculous.
I love you. Okay. I love you. I've never felt, the Grammys really got it right with you, giving you Best New Artist, because you truly deserve it. And this album is it just solidifies that you were the right choice. You were the right winner, and you are doing your damn thing for jazz.
For jazz. Go black girl and her jazz.
The way that you opened Reincarnation of a Lovebird, what's wrong with you?
Oh
You're crazy.
She's insane.
And the way you ended, I believe it was Peace of Mind, Dreams Come True. What's wrong with you? Crazy. Your voice is insane.
And you're everywhere right now, which I love as well.
Yeah.
You've been doing your PR circuit. I mean, you are on all the shows. I've seen some live performances already. You are just doing your damn thing, because she's killing it.
Oh, yeah.
Killing it.
She is.
The whole thing is perfect. You need to listen to it if you haven't already. And if you haven't, I don't know what to tell you. Run to your nearest streaming platform and listen to Samara Joy. Okay?
Yes.
Next, we have Tyla Plus.
Tyla Plus.
Did anyone get a chance to listen? I didn't get a chance to listen to those new songs.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
How was it?
I really enjoyed them. These were some good additions.
Okay.
Really
yeah.
great
Yeah,
additions.
I think my favorite was Push to Start.
Yep.
Was my favorite.
That's a good one.
Lock that one in. Oh, okay. All right. Touching me. Okay, bad. Do you have a favorite, Nika?
Oh, yeah. Push to Start.
Oh, boom.
And Back to You's also. Well, I mean, they're all good.
Yeah, they're all good.
But I feel like Push to
But
Start,
Push to Start and Back to You are my ones.
Bad. Right. Whenever we get off these mics, I'm gonna listen.
Yeah.
And next, Charli XCX, Brat, and it's completely different, but also still Brat. It is completely different.
It is completely different.
It's a whole new album.
Yeah.
Yes.
First of all, I love Brat. To me, Brat is album of the year, and I'm not kidding. Okay. So the fact
Over
that
Cowboy Carter?
Yes. Sorry.
Get on board.
Love you, girl. But even she know. We know. It's not. Okay.
Woo!
Ain't saying it ain't good. It's good. But it's just not.
But it's
album
not
of the
Brat.
year. Renaissance was album of the year. Cowboy Carter is not album of the year.
Brat is really it's a Brat summer.
It's a Brat summer.
Okay. So the fact that Charli XCX.
Ever since I came to summer, all these bitches want a season.
Exactly. The fact that
Megan,
Charli
you was
XCX
right, girl.
got back in that studio and said, I really love that album that I just put out, but what if I put out an alternate version? And she really remixed track 1 through
every
the end,
single
okay
one.
And remixed every single song. It's composed a whole totally different way. It's mixed a whole different way. The beat is different. The lyrics are different. I said, I've never seen anyone approach remixing in this way. People are like, oh, a remix. And you just slap a verse onto the song that's already done. But she really went in there, and it's a whole new beat. It's whole new lyrics. There's added bridges and more, new features. It's literally like the title of this, it says Brat, and it's completely different, but also still Brat. This is great. I've never seen anyone do this shit before.
Yeah.
I love it. It was great.
Come on, Charli.
Yes.
Okay, lastly, we have Gloria. Gloria. It's crazy.
What?
Excuse me. GloRilla.
Mm-hmm.
GloRilla Glorious.
Glorious.
Oh, yeah. I loved this. I really enjoyed this project, GloRilla. I think this is a great first project for me.
Hell yeah.
I think that it just knocked it out the park all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All 42 minutes.
Mm-hmm. This is great.
It was.
Yes.
Congratulations. And you've been on everything, too.
Yeah. Now this is a debut.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
This is a debut album.
This is how you do it. This was fantastic. We already knew that it was going to be bumping. Okay, because the singles you've been putting out have been crazy. So to get the full project, man, congratulations. This is great. This is all good from top to bottom. My favorites, my favorites, Procedure, What You Know About Me, Glow's Prayer, How I Look, and Step. Oh, and Let Her Cook.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my favorites.
What about you, Nika?
Procedure, What You Know About Me, Don't Deserve, Step, and Let Her Cook.
Come on. I loved everything.
Yeah.
This
Everything's
is
It really
good.
just went well with the whole entire album. I said, this is something I can put on again and just know that I'm going to be turned up.
The transition.
Yeah, they were great, weren't they?
Yeah.
I
This
don't
is
know if
great.
I enjoyed Lotto's feature like that.
No.
But overall, yes.
Yeah.
Whole thing. Yes. All right. And that's my Gust of Wind segment, y'all.
Yeah. Love it.
Shall we go to Under Umbrella?
Yeah.
That's me too. So let's open up our umbrellas. Thank you.
You don't got your umbrella today? You didn't put your umbrella up with
He's
us. I
singing in
noticed.
the rain.
Let's open up our umbrellas.
Okay.
Everybody.
Thanks.
All right. My name is Wes again. Ooh, we're here. And we're at the Under Our Umbrella now. I want to talk about some...
Yes.
I'll talk about some space.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about the planets.
Okay.
I'm talking about
Space.
distance.
Yeah.
Distance.
Okay.
And I just want to have a conversation about how two major and valuable things in our lives as humans, like and the value they hold to us, which are like space and then also with space time as well. They kind of
Okay.
come in tandem, but
Space and time.
they have a tendency to always kind of run in the same circles. But first, I just want to mention, like, you know, as children, naturally, we require a lot of attention. We need a lot of nurturing because we cannot take care. We're literally little
Little
things.
babies.
Little
Yeah.
things that need, like, oh, I need you to wipe my booty and, like, you know, feed me now. Like,
Right.
so, like, I need you to stretch me and I need to sleep a certain way and you got to flip me over after a certain time. Like,
Right.
it's like a lot of nurturing that goes into just
Yes.
making sure the baby makes it to, like, an age that is sufficient. But we always lean usually on that kind of dependence from either our parent or grandparent or caretaker or whoever took care of us as children. And I want to know, what is something or a moment that stands out to you of nurturing from either your parent or guardian that you just can remember?
Oh, my favorite thing that my mom used to do, she would, like, when she would dry the towels and stuff, and she would take me with her to grab them out of the dryer, and, you know, they're like super hot and warm and stuff, and she would just like wrap me up in the towel, and I was always like I don't know, I just loved that. It was
Aw.
always like super nice to me. Like, I loved that. It was fun. Yeah.
That's so precious.
I know, right?
Ah.
Yeah.
What about you, Nika?
I guess just all the little activities that my mom would do when she was a single parent. Like, just making sure I was doing things with her and she was doing things with me, and that I was always like taken care of, even when I was like going to my great grandmother's house to stay with her for like when my mom went to go like work or whatever. And I guess church, because church was a big part of my life growing up, just making sure that I knew about church and that I was involved with the church. Just make sure I had things to do.
Okay.
Okay.
I think mine would be whenever I got sick. Anytime I was sick, my parents would both like rub me on the back. I'd go crawl on their
in
bed.
tandem.
Yeah, I'd crawl on their bed.
I'm just kidding.
Haters. I'd crawl on their bed, and I usually go from parent to parent. So if I was with my mom for a little bit, I'd be with my mom. If I was with my dad for a little bit, I'd be with my dad. Or like my mom would rub my back, and my dad would rub my little leg.
Oh my god!
But if I was sick and I didn't want to be in my room, my parents would rub on me, and I think it was the most nurturing thing.
Oh my goodness!
I remember being older one time and getting like, I think I was like in high school and I got sick. I don't know how sick I got, but I said, "Can you just rub my back?" I remember going back to that moment. I was like, "Can you just rub my back, please?"
Oh my god!
But no, yeah, when I was little, my parents, anytime I got sick, it'd be like the thing where they'd really do that, which I think is pretty cool. And also my dad would do like a similar thing in the mornings whenever he would like get me up to get ready for school. He would like iron my little underwear and my little socks and stuff. Whenever
iron the socks.
Yes, he would do both. So like, like for instance, it was always in the winter time when it was cold.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, the house is cold, like the heater is not working. And so he would go and he would iron my little underwear and my socks, and he'd wake me up like, hurry up. That's how he'd get me up. They're still hot. Come on, hurry up. Got to get up. And I would get up and throw them on. And then I go straight to the bathroom to go brush my teeth.
That is so cute. Okay.
So yeah. Okay, cool. And I think with all those things, like what you said, what I said, that has a relative relationship to space, right? We are close to our parents. We are close to the people who are caring for us.
Yeah.
And all these activities you're required to, whether it's quality time, whether it's grabbing a blanket and wrapping it, I mean, not a blanket, but like a hot towel wrapping it around you, or a blanket wrapping around you. Mm-hmm. Or like if it's anything having to do with like, okay, well, like here your underwear, here this, here that, or like here, like let me just rub on you. Let me make sure that you know my presence. Mm-hmm. It's very much of a thing that has to deal with being close to your parent, right? Mm-hmm. So now that we know that, around when did that dependence begin to fade when it came to necessities? So, like the dependence, for instance, whenever we're younger, strictly really deals with like, I make sure that I'm fed, make sure that like, you know, my teeth are brushed, and then like I'm able to be washed up and put to bed, and making sure that like I know how to wipe my booties properly so that I can do this by myself and don't need you anymore, like all the things. Mm-hmm. When did that dependence begin to fade when it came to certain necessities?
I feel like it probably was whenever I was finally allowed to like start cooking for myself.
Okay.
I feel like that's probably when it started, because, you know, at that point it's like, okay, you can feed yourself, so you really, you know, like you got it. Like, you know, you don't really need me over your shoulder helping you do things anymore. Like you got this. And I feel like that was like the last like stepping stone, was like, now you know how to cook. So, okay. Or, you know, like, you know how to use the stove and the oven. So that's on you now. And I feel like it was probably around that time.
And when was that for you?
Definitely was like early elementary.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Nika, what about you?
Yeah, I think it would be about early elementary for me, but still getting those like little life nuggets along the way. But in terms of brushing my teeth, making sure I brush my teeth and like, take a shower and eat something and stuff, I think it would probably be in elementary school. And more specifically, definitely when I became a sister.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right.
Okay,
right.
yeah. That bath to shower transition whooped my ass.
Did it?
Whooped my ass.
Oh, my gosh.
I hated the shower.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my god, I hated it till I loved it. But oh my goodness, the first beginning days of the shower, the water was rushing on you so quickly, and they would give me the rag, and I'd be like, "Hold on!" Like usually the rag floats in the water, and You know, you learn how to wipe yourself down, but with the shower, it's beating down on you. So I'm just like trying to get the water and trying to hold on to it with my little hand. And then I put the soap on it. And then he was like, okay, now wipe yourself. And I'm like, but then I'm going to drop the rag.
Funny.
And I'd be like, I'd literally be like, like I literally,
Lord have mercy.
the drama.
I would have paid to be an ant on the floor during that day. What?
That bath to shower transition whooped my ass.
That is so funny.
Oh my goodness. And I think I only really got a good hang of it with my grandma Nisi. Like she was really gentle with like the bath to shower combo. My dad was the one who bathed me. My dad was pretty much the one who fed me, bathed me, all the nurturing things like in that time. Yes.
Yeah.
My dad was the one who was always in there with bathing with me, helping me, like gonna wipe myself down. Like I was really, he was the person who was there for all of it. But yes. I feel like whenever I gained that sense of independence, I think it was probably whenever I could feed myself. Yeah, and it was also in elementary school. It was very simple. It was like, here is a hot dog. Here is what you do. You put it in the microwave. You put it on this.
Yeah.
You go get your bread and you put it in here and then you eat it and boom, you have food.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't really out here like chefing it up when I was little. Like I wasn't over here like, where's the cumin? You know? Like
yeah. My mom taught me how to make scrambled eggs and a grilled cheese. And
okay.
It was like
I learned grilled cheese. I did learn whenever I was a little taller, like a little later. But yeah, those are the things. I could make a grilled cheese and I could do a hot dog. And whatever else I could warm up in the microwave was the best back in the day. Okay, my kids' cuisines.
My kids' cuisine.
I knew what to do. I knew how to feed myself. Yes. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Now all of those things, once you're realizing like, okay, I've had that sense of closeness whenever it comes to nurturing when I was a kid. Then as I got older, my first kind of sense of independence was whenever I realized I could really cook for myself. So now I know how to use the restroom by myself. I know how to do all these things by myself. So I'm pretty much good in that area. I'm self-sufficient. When was the first or the most memorable moment that you realized I need space from my parent or parents or guardian?
I feel like it was when I came back home from college.
Okay.
For certain. Up until that point, I mean, I never lived by myself. My family was always extremely close. I mean, we were hanging out damn near every weekend. Like we were together all of the time and we lived close to each other. You know what I mean? So when I went away to college, and then that was 4 years that I spent away from family, not that far away, you know, I was only like an hour and a half away, but it was enough of a distance, you know, I'm in a different county and everything. And having like my own room, you know, like having my own room in like an apartment type setup, you know, my dorm was like that. And so it's kind of like you got a little bit of a sense of like independence and living on your own and like creating like your own little like family at school kind of thing. You know what I mean? So when college was over and I came back home, that was just kind of like a hard transition. And I was like, you know what? Like, I really need my own space now. Like, you know, I'm realizing that like I'm becoming, you know, a grown woman. You know, at that point I was 21 and I'm like, I'm back home and I don't want to be here. I want to be, you know, what I thought was going to happen when I graduated college, you know, my fancy job in my nice apartment. So I was definitely really craving that. I was like, well, I want that independence back that I had when I was in college. That was nice.
Okay, bad. I love it because I feel like we're all going to have like different spectrums because I did say either your first or your most memorable, which is perfect. Nika?
My first or most memorable
moment where you realized you needed space from your parent or guardian.
I guess in high school, just because I just started feeling very suffocated by everything. So, yeah, I would say then, and then that was when I picked, you know, a school that was further away, just so that I could have that space. And yeah, high school.
Yeah, I would say high school as well. I think that was my most like memorable / like first moment I realized I need some space from my parent. Just because, like, you know, the little small things that would get on your nerves and be like, like I used to love being at home and being out. Like I used to want, like I used to beg, can I go home? Like there were times when I was a kid where I'd be like, I do not want to be at so and so's birthday party. I just want to go to home. Where is mom and dad, or where, you know, where my people at?
I was so bad with that. Like I would go to like my cousin's house or something like that for a sleepover. Baby, I'm calling my mom like by the end of the night. Like, girl, actually, can you come get me?
No.
Here I come. I'm like, yeah. Actually, I don't want to be here. I want to be at home.
Yeah. It's deep though, because when you put all these things together, you realize like your parents really did nurture you up to a certain point. So like there was a time where that was the place where you needed to be, but then you realize that place starts transforming in your mind as you get older. And now you're an adolescent, and I feel like mine was really an adolescence where I was like, oh, like they're starting to do things that get on my nerves and say things I don't necessarily agree with, and I'd much rather like keep my time somewhere else and not at home. Like, you know, trying to find like, oh, can I stay over this person's house Wednesday, or I'll be going for this weekend and go here. Like starting to really just ask like anything, honey.
Can I leave?
Can we go to the mall next week? Can you take us? Like all those things. Like all the things of being away from what was considered like your like sanctuary at one point, like home, right? So I think that's whenever I had like most memorable moment. I'm with needing space from my parents. Obviously, from what I just highlighted, usually adolescence is whenever we begin to pull away from our parents and grow nearer to our friends and significant others. How did it feel gaining that sense of independence and knowing that you were able to give that to others now?
What do you mean, give it to others?
Like in a sense of, as you pull away from something, you grow closer to something else. So what you're pulling away from might be like your parent or guardian, but you're growing closer and you're able to give what you would give or were giving to parent and guardians, and now to like other people outside the circle of like the immediate safe circle of this is family. You're now able to give yourself to other people like friends or to a significant other. Like, how does it feel knowing that you made that transition into that?
Honestly, I like it, but sometimes I do wonder if like I like it a little bit too much, because I mean, I've spoken about it quite a lot on this podcast. I have a huge trouble in going back to my family. Like, hi guys, still here, still a member. What's going on? What's shaking? You know, it's always kind of like you know, like I get so wrapped up in the life that I've created outside of them now, because you know, like I'm still building it and I'm still like curating it and making it my own little thing, you know, and I still want it to be bigger, different, you know, so I feel like my energy is kind of going there, and it's like I'll be forgetting that like, oh, my family is still like back here, and like they're still functioning like without me, and there's still things going on in their lives. So it's kind of funny where like I see them again and they're like, oh, no, like they'll all be talking about something. They're like, oh, well, you don't know. And I'm like, yeah, I don't. And they have to like fill me in on like months worth of shit that I missed out on. And I'm like, oh, okay. I had no idea. And it's because, yeah, girl, you be gone. Where you be at?
Okay.
Gone. So, yeah.
Okay, bad. Nika?
I feel kind of the same as Frenchie. Like, I feel like I could spend more time with my family, but the only reason why it's so like that for me is because of all of the age gaps. Yeah. That I'm like, I don't even know. Because I'm like, you want me to talk to the 7-year-old? And so, like, I can, but it's like, there's only so much I can talk about with some of the teenagers and stuff.
Who's your favorite bubble guppy?
No, like there's only so many things I can talk about with them, or there's certain things that I don't want to talk about with my family that they get into that I'm like, I don't necessarily agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm like, you know,
why do it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I feel like with family and friends, it's just a different vibe. Like with your family, because you know what you're dealing with your friends, but with your family, sometimes it could be random.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever is thrown your way, you just kind of like gotta take it, and because it's your family, so you feel like you have to take it, and you have to just sit with it and just be like, which leads you to go to your friends because there's just certain things you don't want to take.
I like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Cool. Good. Let's see. Oh gosh, I don't know if maybe like. But we don't have any more episodes. I feel like.
Nope, we don't.
After this one, next one, the next one, and then that's it.
That's it.
All right, let's just put it in this one. We're just gonna have to because I feel like I have so much to talk about.
You know, if y'all join our discussion group over on Discord, like none of y'all have done, like I've been asking for the last couple weeks. Okay,
give the people their time. Okay?
But if y'all know,
we know you're there.
get your ass in there. Okay,
listen,
get in that discussion group. Click the link in the description and in our bios. It's there. Go ahead and scroll on down, join the discussion group so we can keep talking about whatever Wes is about to lay down on us right now.
Okay. Well, I've taken us to a journey, as we can see. Mm-hmm. There were levels to this journey, right? We're dealing with childhood and nurturing and first gaining sense of I could do this by myself in the sense of independence and I can eat. Right. Mm-hmm. To gaining, what did it feel like to kind of exit out of that moment with parents and kind of enter into your own space with who you are as a person or individual. Mm-hmm. But now it's time to talk about, obviously, whenever you separate or gain space from someone or something, you're usually growing closer to someone or something else in whatever capacity that might be, right? Mm-hmm. So space from family may result in more space from like friends / or more space with friends / romantic partners. Mm-hmm. And romantic relationships are similar in a sense of requiring both space and time as nutrients of love. So how your parents showed love to you with their time and their nurture and the amount of proximity of closeness, letting you know that they love you. You now take that into your adult relationships and saying, how do I let / show this person that I love them? And for some people, they may have grown up like us, right? Mm-hmm. Where they feel like, well, for me, nurturing is a sense of closeness. So wrapping the blanket around me or always being there whenever I'm sick and rubbing my back or constantly spending time and doing things together. Mm-hmm. That's like what I feel was most nurturing to me. However, sometimes people get into relationships where they feel like closeness doesn't necessarily need to mean those things. And sometimes it's hard to translate because you're like, what do you mean you need space? Do you not love me? What's going on? Like, are we having issues in paradise? Like, what's really happening? Do we not want to spend time? You know, all these things are going through your head in the sense of the way that I know how to show love and how I've been shown love by parents is by in our proximity of closeness. Like, this is how they showed and this is how I want to show it to you. But if they weren't shown love in that same way, they might feel like, oh, I mean, for me, it's all about how I speak to you, what I say to you, the words that come out of my mouth, and the actions that follow. Yeah. Sometimes they do follow and sometimes they don't, y'all know. But it may not be that close bond. So I kind of wanted to cap this with what is your reaction whenever you come in contact with someone who you might be in an intimate relationship with? And, well, maybe you haven't come in contact with this, but still, where they require a sense of space from you that you had to kind of learn how to give to someone
Like I had to learn how to give space to someone. I don't know, because I feel like for me it kind of depends. Like, I mean, I really like being with my partner a lot, but I honestly like my own space too. But yeah, so I would say yeah, it just depends. It depends. I have no problem giving people space. I'll be like, yes, leave me alone, because sometimes I get overwhelmed. You know, I feel like there's like a fine line between like wanting to spend a lot of like quality time with the person, and then also it just being like them hounding you all the time. Like every single second my phone is lighting up because you're texting me or you're calling me like that. I don't like that. You know, I need space. I need to feel like we can operate apart from each other, so that when we do come back to each other, we have so much to tell each other. Yeah. Because when you're constantly talking throughout the day, it's like, damn, what did we say? What did we talk about? We've talked about every damn thing because we talked about it while it was happening to each other. So yeah, I feel like it's a fine line. I have no problem with giving people space. Yeah.
Nika?
I feel similar. I don't mind giving people space because I feel like the space leaves room for those little surprises that you didn't know happened. Like as time went on, you didn't know certain things happened or they didn't go to certain places. So I feel like space is very much needed, or else like what are you going to talk about, especially if you're together all day, you put side by side all day, and then it's every second, what you doing? What you doing?
Not what you doing, what you doing.
But sometimes that happens.
What you doing, you to death.
Yeah, no, for real. And it's like, I just told you 5 minutes ago what I was doing, and guess what? I'm still baking that pie. So the space allows for the time to pass so that you are able to have something to talk about and have those surprises and be like, oh my God, when I was out today, I saw this thing and it reminded me of you, blah, blah, blah. Like just those little things, because without the space, I feel like you can go a little bit crazy.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like for me, it's really easy to give space, but I think it's really easy because I saw space modeled in my parents' relationship. So I feel like my parents were never the parents who were just always up under each other, like going on vacations, just two lovebirds sailing away every year, like a little solo situation. It was always like a group activity. If we were going somewhere, we were all going somewhere. Or they were going with a group of friends or a group of family members. Like it was never a thing where my parents needed to always operate with each other. Like if one went to the store, the other went with them. Like they're very independent adults.
Yeah.
So I feel like I model my relationships in that way, where like we're both very independent adults, but I love being around you. Like I will be around you if you want me to. I feel like I'm getting more into it.
Yeah.
I wasn't always deep into it.
Definitely the older I get, the more I'm like, go without me, please.
Yeah. I'm getting more into the, I don't know. I feel like I was very much, I was very, very much, we could be a long distance, we could be this, I really don't care. We can make this work. Always been my thing. And now I feel like I'm in a space where I need you to be here. Or like, I need, like, you know, like I have a sense of something that I haven't really had. Yeah. It was like I need you to be here / like I want you to be closer kind of situation. And I feel like I kind of like that for me, because I'm going to have somebody to lean on. Okay. Listen. We all need somebody to lean on. But if my partner were to ask me for space, I mean, you can have it, baby. You can have space and time. What you need.
You're gonna be like that.
Just have a good reason.
That video you sent us with the one with the guy and his wife, like they were at the airport, and she was all up on him, and he was like, "Can I get some space?" And she went on like the other side of the terminal.
Oh yes, yes, precisely. This is where I got that from. I was like, I wonder how much space is too much space.
Okay.
Because sometimes you can be dramatic.
Oh, yeah.
Especially whenever you're in your love boat moment. And you want to kiss on your boo. And then they're like not in the headspace for that. And you're like, whoa.
Sure, fry would have pissed me off. I know that much. I'm
going home. And I will get on the freeway, go home and be like, oh.
Be hating that. Like, but I'm ready now.
What is going on?
That's funny.
But yes, that was just my conversation. That was it. It was all about space.
Wonderful.
And proximity and relationships. So
love that. Give us our space. Or not. Whatever you prefer.
Whatever you want.
But yeah, thank y'all so much for listening to this episode of the Black Umbrella. Happy TVU Thursday. Like we said, this is the last the last 3 episodes of this season before we are all wrapped up on season 6, and we take our little holiday break to chill for like a week or 2, and then we will be developing season 7 like always. We put in lots of work in developing the next seasons of this show. So thank y'all so much for being along with us on this journey of season 6. Make sure that you join our discussion group. Okay, we are on Discord and we're also on Facebook. Go ahead and download the Discord app, or I guess download Facebook, I guess. Either one, we're there. Join it. It's open. It's free to the public. Just go ahead and drop on in. We'll be there to welcome you. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere else at TBU Podcast. Send us an email, theblackUmbrellaPC@gmail.com. Let's talk a little bit more about this space conversation. Let us know how you feel about the new music. What's your answer for the word of the day? What did you feel about the For the Birds? I mean, we can talk about all that good stuff. And we'll talk to y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.